Gandel here, and I just wanted to show you around the 2025 coverage checkup checklist. Challenge to say that 5 times. But in all seriousness, the Inflation Reduction Act is coming out with some major changes for 2025. Mainly that your out-of-pocket prescription drug costs are capped at $2,000. It's going to be great for a lot of people, but it's also shifting a lot of those costs onto your insurance companies. And your insurance company might be a little bit cranky about that. So these insurance companies are going to have to deal with these extra costs now on their balance sheets. They can take a hit to their profit margins, which we all know they are probably not going to want to do. Or they can shift these costs onto consumers in various ways. So I created this 2025 checklist so we can pick up on maybe some of the little ways that insurance companies are shifting this cost onto us for next year that we might not notice otherwise. So the first thing we're going to look out for is the increase in the cost of our services. So this is where you have like your monthly plan premium. I gave you an area to put your plan premium for 2024, what it's going to be in 2025. Did that cost increase, decrease, or stay about the same? Same thing for your max out of pocket, your deductible, primary care, specialist, copays, etc. Next year, it's going to be important to make sure that all of your doctors are still contracted and in-network with your Medicare Advantage plan. So here's the section where you can list your doctors. We got doctor name, address. It's really important that you match the address that you see your doctor at to your plan's provider directory to make sure your doctor's in-network at that location. Sometimes your doctor will pop up as in network, but if you don't match the location, they might actually not take your plan where you're seeing them. So that's one way to avoid a bit of a bad time. There you go, is your doctor in network, yes or no? And then here's for the drug coverage. So standalone prescription drug plans will probably be hit the hardest by this shift in drug costs to the insurance companies because there's little that they can do except raise their premium and copays. We've seen a lot of drug plans withdraw from the market completely just because they can't offer the type of coverage that they're happy with. But here you go. First thing on the drug plan, one of the things that has some wiggle room is the deductible. So did your drug plan have a deductible in 2024? Does it have one in 2025? And then what tiers does your drug plan's deductible apply to? This is something that's really easy to miss. So a lot of times drug plans will have their deductible apply only to tiers 4 and 5. But next year, I wouldn't be surprised to see a lot of the plans extending their deductible down into these lower tier drugs that maybe you didn't have a deductible for in prior years. So something easy to miss, fill it out there. Down here is where you can put in your drug name. Is it covered next year? So another thing is that drug plans aren't required to cover all the drugs in a given therapeutic category. So you might see drug plans dropping some of the more expensive medications next year because they can't afford to cover them. So you definitely want to make sure your drugs that you need are covered on your plan next year. That's really going to be really important. So that's why this section's here. Drug name, is it covered? What's the tier? Did your tier change from 2024 to 2025? Right? That's one thing that an insurance company could do to get more money out of us. What was the cost difference? And then just to make it easy visual reference, was it a cost increase, a cost decrease, or did it stay about the same? Also included on the checklist, there is some detailed instructions on how to complete it, what forms you'll need, etc. If you ever need any help completing the checklist or you got any questions, you can always give us a call, send us an email. I'm happy to follow up with you and help you get this done. But this is just one more tool that'll make reviewing the paperwork that your insurance company sends you in the fall Just a little bit easier to understand and hopefully remember, and just help you stay on track to know if your coverage is going to work for you next year. So thanks for tuning in. I hope you find this useful, and have a great rest of your day.